Systems of linear equations can either have one solution, no solution, or an infinite number of solutions. It's easy to tell which one is which when you graph them. If you graph two lines and they meet, then you've got one solution. If the lines are the same line, then you've got an infinite number of solutions. And if the lines are parallel, then you've got absolutely no solutions. Let's take a look. Hi class, I've got this situation to help us look at determining the number of solutions to a system of linear equations. We've got this work experience course. 3 students, Deja, Shelley, and John, have been placed, and they are selling burgers and salads. At Burger Shack, we have this situation. At Big Burgers, this is what Shelley charges, and over at the Burger Haven, this is what John charges. So if you want to press pause now and try it yourself, you can put together the equations for all 3 situations, so 2 equations for each, and then graph them to see where that point where they meet is. Now, if you don't understand, just follow along with me. I've written a system of equations for each scenario. Right here for Burger Shack, we've got Big's Burgers here and the Burger Haven right here. Okay? Now let's talk about the Burger Shack. I've taken the 2 equations, I've put them in y equals mx plus b form, and then I've graphed them here, and I found that they meet at 0.54. So that I know that the burgers are $5 and the salads are $4 in that situation. When we went to Big's Burgers, I took a look at the y equals mx plus b form, and I found that they were both the same. So both the lines look like this. There's no point of intersection. So in that case, when you have no point of intersection, then you've got an infinite number of possibilities. You don't know which it is in this situation. Infinite number. And then you've got Burger Haven right here, and I graphed those, and I found that they were parallel. That means that there's actually no possibilities. The lines don't meet. And so we really can't have a situation where 1 burger and 2 salads equals $16 and then $14 at a different time. That means that somehow we've got a mistake there. So that helps us understand about these system of equation solutions. Okay? So what I'm going to ask you to do now is I want you to graph these equations right here. And I want you to try to state the number of solutions for each system. Okay, press pause now. So I graphed each of these, and I found that this one, because it had a point that these 2 lines meet, it had 1 solution. These 2 equations over here, they had the same slope. They had different y-intercepts, but the same slope, so they're parallel lines, and there's no solution for that. And then we have these 2 equations here, and when you work them out, they actually equal the exact same thing. So we really only get 1 line from it, and that means that there are an infinite number of solutions. And therefore, we can make a chart that puts all this information together. All right? So you'll have 1 solution if the lines intersect at a point and the slopes are different. You're going to have no solution if the lines are parallel and the slopes are equal and the intercepts are different. And then you have an infinite number of solutions, and that's when the lines are coincidental. That means that the slopes are equal and the intercepts are equal. It's exactly the same line. All right, we've got 1 more practice equation to do. Take a look at class exercise number 2. What I want you to do is take a look at these 2 equations, and then I want you to determine whether there's 1 solution, no solution, or an infinite number of solutions for A, B, and C without graphing. Press pause now. We're back with class exercise number 2, and so I took this equation and I put it in y equals mx plus b form. I found that the slope was the same as this equation, but this has a y-intercept of 0, and this one has a y-intercept of 3. That means that these lines are parallel, they never meet, there's no solution. For letter B, I took this equation and I once again put it in y equals mx plus b form. I found that the slopes are the same and the y-intercepts are the same, so there is an infinite number of solutions. And finally, with this one, I put this equation into y equals mx plus b up there, and then this one down here, and I found that they're completely different. The slopes are different, the y-intercepts are different, and so there is just one solution. That's basically it. I hope that you've learned something. Thanks a lot for watching.
Yeah.